Hello, I'm Adriana, and this is Adriana After Dark. This is my podcast, and I've been trying to make one of these for a very, very long time. Pretty much since I started I don't want to say taking TikTok seriously, because I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to be in that scene. Not that there's anything wrong with that scene. I just have different plans for myself, and I don't want to go into that career. But it is something that I really enjoy, and I really enjoy editing, and I really enjoy that whole aspect of it. So that's kind of why I wanted to start a podcast. And I also just like to talk, and I like to just say what I think and my opinion on things. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm here for. I'm really excited. So let's kick off episode 1 of Adri After Dark. Okay, I guess I'm going to give a little introduction about what the podcast is going to be about. I kind of already told you why I'm doing it, so let's just jump right into what the podcast is about, who I am, and our first topics. I'm Adriana. I am just a teenage girl trying to figure it out. That was so corny. Want to be a neurosurgeon when I grow up. That's the dream. I love music. I'm a competitive dancer, but my dance career is coming to an end because of an injury. I like to do hair and makeup. It's really fun for me. I like to edit, and I like to make videos. So yeah. So now about what we're going to be talking about on the podcast. We are going to be talking about everything from A to Z, anything you can think about. I'll do middle school guides. I don't know, just kind of talk and talk and talk. I'm not a big celebrity gossip kind of girl, but if that's something I want to see, I can go into things that I know ish about. We'll talk about heavy subjects. We'll talk about light subjects. We're going to be all over the freaking place, but I'm really excited. And thank you to everybody who's coming on the journey with me. And yeah. This summer break though, so the posting schedule might swap over after summer break, and maybe a little bit during summer break. But hopefully I'll be able to post in the summer and do all the things. So yeah. Let's move right along to middle school. Oh God. I don't want to scare anybody. I'm really scared to scare people. Consider this a warning not to be scared of. I truly think you should listen to the people that tell you middle school is worse than high school. Not work-wise, but I have an alternate experience because I did go virtual for high school, but friends that are in high school tell me about it, and I completely agree. They have a lot easier time getting through high school, drama-wise, friend-wise, whatever, because pretty much once you're in high school, you've kind of figured out who your clique is, who you're friends with. Of course, there's still going to be drama. You're at school, there's going to be drama. Go to school there's going to be drama, but a lot less. Everybody's kind of just doing their own thing. But the only part that's more drama is when relationships come into play in high school. But friend group wise, from what I know of, it's a lot more chill. But I also don't really surround myself with people that are in a bunch of dramas, so there's that. In middle school, everybody thinks they're big and bad. Going into middle school, 7th grade, I kind of just wanted to be popular, and I wanted everyone to know me, and not everybody to like me, but I did have to be known, and I had to be liked for certain people, whatever. I had really good friends in 7th grade, and some of my best friends, to be completely honest, but it was a rough year for me mentally. I had a boyfriend from 6th to 7th grade, and I broke up with him, and honestly, I got a little bit of backlash from it, but I didn't get much. There's just, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on dating in middle school and high school, and it's honestly really not that deep at all, ever. It's really not. My biggest thing about dating when you're younger is you have to be completely comfortable with yourself and confident in yourself first before you date someone. Actually, I take that back. You don't have to be completely, but you have to have some sort of stability in yourself. Otherwise, you're going to have lower standards than you need. You're not going to go for someone that's worth your time. You're not going to go for someone that, I'm not going to say you're not going to. You may not go for someone that will build you up. They may take advantage of the fact that you're insecure and you're not confident in yourself and you're not comfortable in the person that you are, and you can't say no to them and you can't set clear boundaries. And they may take advantage of that and completely wreck you as a person and make you lower than you started. They can make you honestly a lower person than how you started. So it's just, I always say to be confident and comfortable in yourself before you get into a relationship in general, but especially after a breakup, you can mess around a little bit, you can have some hoes, whatever. But you also need to take a period of time where you just don't do any of that. Just be yourself, find comfort in being yourself, and learn something new about yourself. I went homeschool because I was afraid of what people would say. Just get over that. If you're in in-person school, like, dude, freaking experiment. It doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna remember the freaking outfit you wore on Tuesday, November 2nd. That's just a date I pulled out of my butt. A year from now, or even next week. Like, they it's never ever that deep. Nothing is ever that deep. If you think about it and you ask yourself, is this going to matter in 5 years? And the answer is no. Or is this going to matter to my career? Is this going to matter to the person who is putting me in college? Is this going to matter to my employer? Is this going to matter a year from now when I'm in the next grade? And if the answer is no, dude, freaking go for it. Everybody experiments with their style in high school. You may look back on it and laugh at it, but that's a laugh, man. That's a laugh. It's funny. I'll probably look at I look at what I looked like in 6th grade, and I sit there and I laugh at myself because I really thought I was the best. I really thought I was all that. But I'm not. I wasn't. I wasn't. I'm more comfortable in myself than I ever have been in my life. And I haven't dated anybody since May of last year. It's been a year since I dated someone. And I have never been more confident in myself and never been more stable in myself because I stopped looking for validation from other people and found it within myself. And I'm always the first person, not always the first person, but I am quick to say, ooh, I look good right now. Oh, my collarbone is popping. Oh, my makeup looks good. Oh, my hair looks good. I like my outfit today. Because you have to learn how to compliment yourself. And if you receive backlash from it, that's not your friend. That's not your friend. Your friend should be encouraging you to be confident in yourself. When my friends are like, oh my gosh, I feel like I look really good today, I hype them up. Someone who's like, there's a difference between being honest and tearing you down. Because if you're like, oh, I feel really good in this outfit, and somebody was like, no, if someone stank faces you or something because they don't like their outfit, they're projecting. And that's not your friend. Actually, they may be your friend, but they're insecure in themselves and they need to find themselves. And so you can either help them find yourself, or if they continue to tear you down with comments like that, you need to distance yourself from them. It's okay to outgrow people. It's perfectly fine to outgrow people. You don't have to be friends with the same people that you've been friends with since you were 3 years old. Your friend groups will change. People will change. You will change. You will grow. You will become a new person. I hope it's a person that's confident in themselves, and it's a person that is stable in their beliefs and their foundations, and they remember where they came from and how much they've grown and how far they've come. You sitting here listening to this podcast today is good enough for me. You don't even have to get out of bed today. You waking up today and being a person and acknowledging yourself is enough. For a long time, I had to just count the small victories to get myself through things because I was genuinely in such a depressive state that all I wanted to do was sleep all day. I didn't want to do anything. But I had to count the small victories and me getting up in the morning, or not even in the morning, getting up at 2 p.m. and going and taking a shower. That was a victory enough for me. Taking a shower, eating a meal. Even if I went back to sleep after that, that was a victory enough for me. Because it can be so hard. You are your biggest critic. You can be your biggest critic. You don't have to be, but you can be, and we tend to be our biggest critics. And I'm not going to say that I'm completely confident in myself 100% of the time. I have days where I just look at myself and I'm genuinely disgusted, but I just have to remember that it's gonna pass. It's gonna pass. I will never ever until the day I die stop preaching how confidence is this is so corny, but confidence is key. You're literally tearing yourself down without confidence. And there's a difference between being confident and being cocky. Being cocky is like I'm better than everybody else, and you brag about all your success and da 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 da. And you tear other people, not even tear other people down, you just like rub it in their face. No, you're not confident. Don't disguise it as confidence. You're just a bit. Okay? Confidence is being stable enough in yourself and knowing you look good if you look good, and also building other people up. Okay? Confidence is not just about you. Confidence is having enough confidence to compliment the person next to you. To tell that girl in the store that she's pretty. I literally looked at this waitress today. By the way, the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my life. He had really cool hair. It was like black and it had like a blue chunk in the front. I was like, oh my gosh, I love your hair so much. I could have never done that a couple years ago. And also, being stable in yourself, you will find people that are genuinely worth your time, and you will find your true friends, and you will find who actually matters to you and who fits the standards you need for a friend or for a partner, or like literally is a decent human being. Because when you're not confident, you're not stable in yourself, and you're not stable in your friendships, you're going to accept less than you deserve, and you're going to accept less than you're worth, and we should never be doing that. I dated a guy one time, and he was my friend first, and most of the people I've dated were my friends first, but friend first, and he was a terrible boyfriend, to be completely honest. He wasn't a great friend, but he was not the greatest boyfriend ever. He never really texted me. Actually, he never texted me except to ask for money, which is wild. And he literally asked me if I would get breast implants for him, and when I told him no, he didn't drop it. He was just honestly a really bad boyfriend. And he never told me I looked pretty. He never saved my snaps in chat. He never wanted to hang out. The saving snaps in chat thing sounds so corny, but it actually like is a confidence boost. If there's a guy watching this, which I highly doubt, but if there's a guy watching this, save your girlfriend's snap in chat, bro. Or your talking stage. Or just a girl you think is pretty. Okay? It's a confidence boost. And it might even get them to start a conversation. I was very uncomfortable in myself, and I was not confident at all, and I was like, okay, this is what I deserve. And I finally broke up with him when my friends were like, Adriana, he genuinely is so bad and he treats you terribly. And I was like, okay, I can see that. And after me and him broke up, I fell into a slump that summer, and I was really, really, really depressed, and because I had a lot of other things happen to me. And he yeah, I got him out of my life. And now I'm the most confident person I've ever been. I compliment people all the time. I'm comfortable. Like, you have to learn to be comfortable with yourself before you're comfortable in a relationship. You have to learn to be emotionally mature enough before you're emotionally mature enough for a relationship. You have to handle your emotions before you can handle someone else's emotions. And that's a conversation some of you are ready for. But it's very important. Even in middle school and high school. Middle school's already a rough time. Do not put your mental anguish on somebody else. That dude asked me if I would get breast implants for him. Literally wrecked me because I was already insecure about my small chest. So watch what you're saying to people. Be kind. I mean, nothing is ever that deep. That's my life philosophy. Nothing is ever that deep. You got stood up. It's not that deep. There's other fish in the sea. He's not the one for you. That's it. If he's toxic and he doesn't treat you right and he doesn't accept you for who you are, he's not the one for you. The guy you're dating in middle school and your freshman year of high school, your first boyfriend, your first love, that's probably not the guy you're going to marry. In some rare cases, it is. But that's probably not the guy you're going to marry. The guy who makes you feel like all the time and calls you a bitch, literally gives you nothing and you're pouring into him, that's not the person you're going to marry. The guy who cheats on you, not the person you're going to marry. The guy who makes you do stuff that you don't want to do, that's not the person you're going to marry. That's it. Simply that's it. The guy who doesn't meet your standards. And now I have very high standards. Like I have like a perfect person in my mind, but I know that that's not I know that that's not possible. Nobody's perfect. I'm not saying I expect my boyfriend to be perfect. I'm just saying there's a level of standards that you have to meet. You don't have to meet all of my standards. I just want you to meet 2/3 of them. That's it. And I don't know. I think that a lot of people settle for less because they genuinely think that they deserve less. And they think that because of the way they look or their popularity status or their class status or whatever, they deserve less. But babes, I'm going to tell you right now, you never deserve less than your worth. Okay? If you're pouring into people all the time, you deserve someone that pours into you. And that goes for friendships as well. If your friends are not pouring into you as much as you're pouring into them, you're the only one ever making plans. You're the only one that's pouring into your friendships. You're mentally exhausting yourself. You are going to burn out. Speaking from experience, you're going to burn out, and you're burning out on people that don't deserve it. On people who don't deserve it. Okay? Drop them. You don't have to completely ghost them, and you don't have to like be mean to them afterwards. You talk it out with them first, and you bring up, because they may not know that they're not doing that. That is unlikely, but they may not know that they're not doing that. And if you have a discussion with them and you see no change in a month, that's usually what I give it. I usually give it a month for them to change. Then it just be like, hey, I think that we're growing in different directions and we just need to take some distance. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to be mean to them. You don't have to say mean things. You don't have to be you don't have to make their life miserable because they're not being the nicest friend to you. Be the bigger person. Okay? And honestly, it'll solve a lot of your problems realizing that you're outgrowing people. There's nothing wrong with outgrowing people. You're going to outgrow people. You might outgrow your romantic partner. You might outgrow your friend. You might outgrow some of your family members. And that's okay. Blood does not run thicker than water. Okay? Your chosen family is your family. Who you choose to be your family is your family. Whether that's your real family, your blood related family, or your family like your friends that you've chosen, or maybe your friend's family. Truly, you find those people that hype you up and you find those people that make you feel confident and stable in yourself. And once you're stable in yourself and confident in yourself and you're emotionally mature enough, then you can go get in a relationship, have fun. But high school and middle school is not about a relationship. It's not. Have fun with your friends. Experience it. Go do social things. Join a club. Get involved. Make good grades. Please do not just focus on a romantic partner. Okay? That is the worst decision you can make. And your first love, you never truly get over your first love, okay? I don't know what to tell you. You never truly get over your first love, but you can always find somebody to love more. And you can always find somebody that's actually right for you. That's it. That's all I have to say on that. Let's talk about getting motivated. Okay, this one will be quick because I want a happy thing and then we'll end, I promise. Okay, so let's talk about getting motivated. Motivation is one of the biggest things I struggle with. I waited so long to start a podcast because I couldn't find the motivation to literally pick up the phone and the mic and film. There's a lot of things that can play into you being unmotivated. I'm a huge procrastinator. I procrastinate really, really badly. And so my grades freshman year were so bad because I was procrastinating all my assignments and I wasn't turning them in. I finished with C's and B's. Do not do that. That will tank your GPA. Please don't do that. You have to find creative ways to get motivated. For studying, find a treat you like. That sounds like a dog. Okay? Find a snack, find a candy, find a food, find a something that you like. Okay? I normally use like Reese's or York peppermint patties or True Fruit or something like that. Because I like sweets. Something sweet is usually what can get me going. And also, I want to take a pause. My sister, my 10-year-old sister, today was like, oh, I'm a big back because I'm about to go eat. You're not a big back. You're a normal functioning human. Humans need to eat. You're not a biggie for going and eating food, okay? Freaking tired. Now, I am quick to just like joke around about it and be like, oh, we're going to grumble. We're big bags. So we're going to do this. We're big bags. But you're not a biggie, bro, for freaking going out to dinner and getting food. You're not a biggie for eating dinner, okay? Don't piss me off, please. You're not a biggie. You're a functioning human being that needs food, okay? Moving on. And I say this to say that you're not a biggie for eating candy or something to do your studying. Find something. And for every, so if I'm doing Delta math, I do for every section I complete. If I'm doing quizzes, I'll do it for either every mastery goal I meet or every question I get right. If it's like a 10 question thing or something like that, I'll do a smaller piece of candy. And then when I get done, I'll do a bigger piece. But it's going to kick off serotonin and dopamine in your brain, and it's going to make you want to do it. Maybe not want to do it, but it's going to give you more like motivation to do it. And like, oh my gosh, like if I complete this section, I get another piece of candy. And if I keep completing these sections, like you're going to trick your brain and be like, oh, this is a fun activity for me. And also gaslight yourself. Gaslight yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, half of confidence is literally faking it until you make it and telling yourself, I look good. I look great. Same thing with the studying. Like, I'm having a good time with this. It's all about changing your mindset. If you're like, no, I hate studying. I don't want to do that. I hate that. That's so boring. That's not fun at all. Yeah, you're going to hate it. Tell yourself you like it. Tell yourself it's the funnest thing you've done all day. Gaslight yourself. It works. I promise. It literally works. I'm not saying gaslight yourself into like dangerous things. I'm saying gaslight yourself into feeling better about yourself with the activity you're doing. Next, motivation for getting up in the morning / having a clean mind. One, have a routine, have a schedule that you get yourself into. It takes 30 days to form a habit. Create a checklist if you must. And get yourself into that routine, get yourself into that habit, get yourself into a groove of that. I'm not saying you have to do like your routine to a T every day. Don't panic yourself about that. But have at least 3 things if you have a 7-step routine that you make sure you do every single day. I do the same routine every morning and the same routine every night. Some orders are probably switched up sometimes, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Truly, if you have a routine morning and night or maybe after school, give yourself a routine. Usually in the morning, that's when I need the most self-finding motivation, is like to literally get up and do things. So like, I don't know, give yourself a little, it can be a literal 5-step routine. Just get up and get ready. And that can be your victory for the day. You don't have to put on makeup. You don't have to do your hair. If you're staying in bed that day, great. A good bed running day every now and then is good. It's good for you. It's how you recharge. Just get up, and if you need a shower, shower. If you don't. Brush your teeth, wash your face, put on new pajamas. That's it. That's all you gotta do. I'm not telling you to make your bed. Now, if you're going somewhere for the day, make your bed. Because then when you come home, you're like, oh my gosh, my bed is so nice and it's made. It's going to make you feel better about yourself, and it's going to make your room feel overall cleaner. If you're a person that struggles to keep their room clean, been there. Promise, been there. Just give things a home. If that's a bucket that has no organization, that's fine. If it's just a bucket of things that are generalized in that category, that's fine. If you have a shoe rack, put your shoes on the shoe rack. Just pick up a little bit. Do a 10-minute clean. Do a 5-minute clean. Pick up things and put them where they go. And I promise, when you have a clean space, you have a clean mind. Cleaner, clearer. It's easier to get things done. You feel a little bit more motivated because that's done. You don't have to do that. So you can move on to the next task. You know? Anyways, this was a good first episode. Let me know some of the topics you guys want to see me touch on. I am so excited for this to be happening. Please subscribe below. Perhaps if you want to stay around and click the notifications if you want to know when I post. You can follow my TikTok. That's where some bloopers and deleted scenes and things like that are going to be, and clips of the podcast as well. And yeah, I hope that something inspired you today that I said or something. I'm going to leave you with something each episode. So I'm going to do two things at the end of each episode. I'm going to share music and movies that I've been into lately, and I'm going to leave you with something. First, I'm going to do music and movies. So I'm going to tell you my all-time favorite song, and that's Budapest by George Ezra. It has always been my favorite song, and it will forever be my favorite song. But I've been in a Red Hot Chili Peppers mood. Red Hot Chili Peppers is one of my favorite bands. I literally have a poster of them on my wall. But I've been in a Red Hot Chili Peppers mood today. It was a Red Hot Chili Peppers day. It was sunny outside. I was driving around. It was a good time. So that's what I've been listening to today. Movies lately, I've been into documentaries, true crime, and I'm always into a good horror movie. I need indie film recommendations. Please give them to me. I need scary movie recommendations. Please give them to me. And I need movies that will rip your heart out. So that's my music and movies. So the thing I'm gonna leave you with today is I want you. My favorite quote ever is not every day is a good day, but there is some good in every day. I want you to spot the good in your day for the next week, and I'll come back and I'll post. And I want you on this post, on the next post, to comment what the good in your days has been. Okay? That's it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Okay. That's it. All right. Bye bye. I love you.